and record this. And really excited to talk to you guys today about an overview of all of the products that Plexus has to offer. I'm not going to be able to see any of your comments whenever I'm doing this because I'm going to be sharing my screen and doing a little Zoom presentation so that you guys can see. But so, you know, have the visuals and everything like that too. But I wanted to hop on here and do this because we've had a lot of amazing new team members join our team, and I know at first it can be overwhelming because you join for a certain reason, you know, whether that was to get your gut healthy, weight loss, even for the business, you know, whatever that looks like for you individually. You are probably not taking all of the products, right? That's quite a lot. But I wanted to get on here and explain, number one, so you guys understand exactly what you're putting in your bodies. But then number two, in case anybody in your life might be able to benefit from one of these or one of these products, or you yourself might be able to as well. It's just super, super helpful to understand the entire line and understand exactly how each product works. And once you're kind of done listening to all this, you will see just how amazing this line is and how synergistic it is. And it's truly about total body wellness from the inside out. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. Let's see here. All right. There we go. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to start out with talking to you guys a little bit about our product philosophy, because I know that a lot of you guys are new here and you might not realize just what all goes into launching each and every product. So at our home office, we have our own in-house labs. We have scientists, we have testing, we have our medical advisory board. All of that is housed right up at Plexus in Scottsdale, Arizona. And they do all the research and development, all of it right there. They go out and visit the farms where they source everything. We do third-party testing as well, but we also do in-house testing as kind of a double, you know, stopgap there. And then you'll see our warehouse and all of that up there. But our promise with every single product that we deliver is that we are always delivering pure, potent, and guaranteed products. So pure meaning we are sourcing from the highest level of standards. We make sure that every single ingredient and source that we partner with, farm that we partner with, follows reputable good manufacturing practices, and also make sure that we have verified that they are doing the right farming practices and all of those things. We make sure that from farm to, you know, mailbox, everything is exactly as we say it is. So with that, that means lots of testing, and I kind of mentioned that already, but I had the pleasure to interview our testing team at one point when I was up at corporate, and they take it very seriously, and they're very, very proud of their processes. They, like I said, they do both in-house testing as well as third-party testing to make sure that, you know, there's nothing in our products that shouldn't be, no pathogens, chemicals, heavy metals, anything like that. And also to make sure that everything that we say is in the product is actually in the product, and there's been, and the right amounts and all of that as well. We want to make sure that we're working hand in hand with the FDA from our sourcing, manufacturing, and testing to make sure that what we are saying is in our products is actually in our products, and that you can feel really comfortable in the fact that you're putting the right things in your body and you're knowing exactly what's going into it, right? From a potency perspective, we pride ourselves on backing everything by science. So if you actually go onto our website, you can see all the clinical studies, clinical trials, all that kind of stuff that is associated with each product. It's heavily researched to determine the exact clinical levels, therapeutic levels of our ingredients that go into each and every product. We seriously base our entire reputation on this, and we take great pride in this, making sure that every single formulation is up to current standards. So that's why you'll see, you guys just recently saw the XFactor Plus get reformulated, because the clinical levels changed for aloe and the clinical levels changed for a couple of other ingredients. So they optimized the product and updated the label and all of that, and brought a updated version to market based on the current science. So I love that we are constantly evolving and making ourselves better and paying attention to this, the standards and the newest research as well, to make sure that we're putting out the best product we possibly can. So all of that is, we make sure that we can substantiate all the claims that we make, so that we would never get in trouble with, FDA for making false claims or anything like that. So everything is all laid out there. And if it is on corporate literature, it is a claim that we can absolutely make. And then we have been around for 12 years, over 12 years now, and we have a 60-day money-back guarantee on every single product. It's really important to us that everybody loves our product and has the best possible experience on it. And so if for some reason it doesn't work for you, you have an allergy you didn't realize or something like that, you're able to get your money back, no questions asked, no problem. So we always want to make sure that we're doing the right thing for you guys, because our reputation absolutely rests on it. Being around for 12 years and having a 60-day money-back guarantee and a less than 2% return rate is a really, really big deal. If our products didn't work, we wouldn't be in business today. So our product philosophy and kind of where we have made our mark is wellness, obviously, health and happiness, but total body wellness from the inside out. And we want to make sure that we're getting to the root of the reasons that people are having issues with their health, with their weight, with their mental health, all of it. We want to get to the root cause of the reasons why these things are happening within your body. Your body was perfectly made to handle everything that might come its way, right? And it works in a really brilliant manner. However, things can get out of balance. We might not treat our body the right way. We might get sick. We might take antibiotics. We might, have an accident of some sort, or, we just don't pay attention to our diet and don't feed it the right things, and things can get out of balance. So Plexus is kind of like a reset. Your body does all the healing. We don't claim to, cure or do, any disease whatsoever. What we do claim to do is balance out and bring your body back to where it should be. It's kind of like a hard reset. How you plug and unplug your computer and what have you. This is kind of like that for your body. And then it is preventative as well. So we're getting to the root, we're fixing those imbalances, and then allowing your body to do the beautiful work that it can do. And then from a preventative standpoint, we're filling the gaps. We're making sure that your gut remains healthy. We're making sure that your inflammation stays down, your blood sugars stay level. All of those things are all within our wheelhouse and exactly the way that we are wanting. I personally think that America is over medicated, overfed, not moving enough, working in these office jobs, all sorts of things that are leading to just bad, poor health. And so a company like ours is really a necessity at this point to help everybody kind of get exactly where they need to be with their wellness from a preventative standpoint instead of a reactionary standpoint. We have a very reactionary view of medicine and health and wellness within the United States, and this is more of a preventative long-term solution for people. So I'm going to go through each and every one of the products and talk to you guys a little bit about why each one of them is important, kind of how they work, what they do. And so, of course, I'm going to start out with the pink drink, Plexus Slim. So Slim Microbiome, we have two different kinds of Slim for those of you guys that don't know. Both of them, you'll see, regulate blood sugar, lipids, and cholesterol. The difference between the two is that Plexus Slim Microbiome here on the screen has a XOS prebiotic in it. And what that prebiotic does, they both have prebiotics, but this one in particular is able to selectively feed only the good bacteria in your gut. Prebiotics, for those of you guys that don't know, actually feed the bacteria in your gut, but most of them, I think almost all of them outside of the XOS prebiotic, is they actually feed any bacteria. So they're feeding the good and the bad, right? And so you want to get the good bacteria fed, but this one targets just the good bacteria. It helps you lose fat, not muscle. It helps to keep your blood sugar stable throughout the day. And a lot of times people are like, well, I'm not diabetic, so I don't need that. And really and truly, one of the biggest things that you can do for your body is keeping that blood sugar at more of a stable level. Because what happens is we go through these, huge peaks and valleys throughout the day as we eat, we eat, and then post-meal, everything spikes, and then the big crash, and then, we get so hungry, hangry, because our blood sugar drops, we get tired, all those things. It's all related to blood sugar, and your blood sugar control actually impacts so many functions within your body. It is one of the most important things that you can do for your long-term health, is to make sure that you have more of a steady blood sugar throughout the day in healthy ranges. So helping your body kind of keep those post-meal blood sugars at a stable rate, keep them stable for longer, is going to help you so much with your overall health and your hormone health, and inflammation, and so many other things. The Slim Hunger Control does the exact same thing. It does have superior blood sugar control, for sure, because it has the prebiotic fiber in it, extra prebiotic fiber in it that helps to control hunger. So again, it helps to regulate your blood sugar, lipids, and cholesterol. This one is blood orange, lemon, and lime. The other one is a watermelon, raspberry, and lemon flavor. So there are 2 different flavors as well. This one definitely has a superior blood sugar control, though, like I said, because the extra fiber in it. So selecting the right Slim. This is one of the most common questions that I get, that, people want to make sure that they're on the right Slim. And it's not just a flavor, preference, you guys. There is definitely some benefits for certain types of people to start or begin on each Slim. So I'm going to start with the Slim Hunger Control. Like I said on the previous slide, because of that extra fiber in there, it has superior blood sugar regulation. So anybody that is dealing with something like diabetes, type 1 or 2, anybody that's dealing with, out of balance hormones, PCOS, anything like that, infertility, those types of things, PMS issues, menopausal, all of that, I would definitely recommend getting on this, because that is very, very, it coincides with blood sugar control. Also, anybody with an autoimmune disease, or that's, wanting weight loss as their goal, that is definitely the best place to start would be the Slim Hunger Control. So in Slim Microbiome, it has very little fiber in it, but it does have, like I said, that XOS. Now, the reason that I said autoimmune diseases on the Slim Hunger Control is the Slim Microbiome with the XOS can actually escalate and increase the level of die-off that you have. And that can produce an inflammatory response within your body, just because of the nature of how Candida die-off works and balancing out your gut works. And so that can actually flare if you have an autoimmune disease. And so those types of things, in those instances, that's why I said the Slim Hunger Control for anybody with any of those hormone issues, thyroid, autoimmune, all of that. Now, for the Slim Microbiome, anybody that has digestive issues is probably going to want to get on this, because the fiber, if they have an issue with fiber, can actually exacerbate their digestive issues that they have. So if you are somebody, and you'll know it, that can't handle fiber very well, your best bet is going to be the Slim Microbiome. Now, over the course of time, after you have used the Slim Hunger Control for a while, and you've gone through your die-off and all of that kind of stuff, you can absolutely switch over to the Slim Microbiome. It's just not where I would want somebody with thyroid issues or all of those issues above to start out on. If the Slim Hunger Control is working great for you, there's no reason to switch either. So, and then I also, my kids take the Slim Microbiome as well. They love it. So that's another aspect, as long as you have pediatrician approval. So I'm going to move on to gut health because that's a common topic within our company. And before joining Plexus, I knew gut health was important. I always had issues with, you know, I knew I had a dysbiosis within my gut, but I didn't know the extent of what all your gut health did. So 70% of your immune system resides in your gut. Your gut is made up of just trillions of bacteria, tons and tons and tons. You're actually about 90% bacteria, which is so funny. And we cannot survive without that bacteria. So it is a huge deal to make sure that your gut health is important. When your gut gets off, that's when things are triggered. Food allergies, migraines, you get into the state of leaky gut, which causes autoimmune diseases and inflammation, which, you know, it's like a domino effect of all these things that continue to happen. So all of that is very, very key in making sure that you are maintaining your gut. And beyond that, there's also a huge gut-brain connection, and your brain interprets. Oh my goodness, Remy, stop! Come here. Sorry guys. Your brain actually interprets different bacteria within your gut as hunger control signals, or hey, I need a snack, or emotions. So 90% of your gut's visceral nerve is actually carries info up to your brain, and that is interpreted as emotions. And so your gut health is actually very, very connected to your brain health. So things like anxiety, depression, all of that, those types of things, PTSD, all of that, those are impacted, and your propensity to get them is by genetics, but also your gut health. So very, very interesting there. It's also the place where all of your vitamins, or not all of your vitamins, where vitamins are created within your gut, and then where all of your vitamins are absorbed and sent out into your body to the right places. It also keeps your body safe, converts toxins to waste, and eliminates it out of there, obviously. So very, very big deal. And one of the things that I always like to tell people is that your gut health actually begins at birth. You get it from your mom in the birth canal during the birthing process. And so over the course of the first 2 years of your life, your gut health becomes fully formed by age 2. So everything that you're feeding your little babies, the breast milk, the formula, all of that is contributing big time to their microbiome. And so many studies have said that you're actually set up at birth and between birth and 2 years old for obesity and health concerns and all those types of things, depending on what type of bacteria and microbiome develops within your gut health. So we have an ability as parents to really, really impact future generations and make sure that they have crazy healthy gut health and really impact their future lives, so that they don't have to deal with what we have been dealing with as far as health is concerned. So from a product perspective, Plexus Probiotic 5 is one of my, I can't live without it. It's absolutely incredible. And I have tried every probiotic under the sun, because I was diagnosed at 17, so that was 20 years ago, with a gut dysbiosis and by my doctor. And unfortunately, I had gone through a couple rounds of antibiotics, and my body didn't handle it well at all. And it took me years and years and years. And until I found Plexus, I didn't start finding relief from all my issues. And the reason that Plexus Probiotic 5 is so different is that it has 5 probiotic strains, 3 digestive enzymes, but you guys, it has antifungal properties in it. So it has an ingredient in it called chitosanase that actually breaks down the outer cell wall of the Candida exoskeleton, which is the yeast that's in your gut that is one of the main culprits for breaking down your gut lining and causing all this dysbiosis and issue. It's very aggressive, and it's bad, but every single person has it. Its evolutionary purpose is actually to control or to help decompose your body when you die. So everybody has it. That's not the issue. The issue is the imbalance. And when it gets overgrown, it can cause all those issues, breaks down that gut lining, all of that kind of stuff. So Plexus doesn't just try and Plexus Probiotic 5 doesn't just try and crowd it out. It actually is able to kill it off, penetrate, kill it, and then restore. So it fills your gut with the good guys. It has the digestive enzymes to help get everything out of there, restores your pH balance, and then has vitamin B6 and C to help repair that gut lining as well. And then our Bio Cleanse, we always talk about these two in pairs because they work together. They work so well. If you're on ProBio 5 and you don't have any sort of, allergy or something that's preventing you from taking the Bio Cleanse, I highly, highly, highly recommend taking the Bio Cleanse, because the Bio Cleanse kind of plays cleanup crew. So if you kind of think like weeding your gut garden, ProBio 5 does that, gets all the bad guys out of there. Well, you wouldn't just leave all those weeds sitting, in the flower bed, right? Before you start planting seeds just with all that trash in there. No, you got to take out the trash, right? So that's Plexus Bio Cleanse. This isn't a cleanse that is like a one-time colon cleanse where you sit and you have a horrible situation for about 2 days and you're all cleaned out, right? No, this is gentle over time and you use it on a daily basis. It's very therapeutic, very gentle, but very effective. And it also helps to support oxygen in your blood system, kills off those pathogens in your blood, has some great vitamins, and it even helps your body start to produce collagen again. So that's a really, really cool part about it. But those two work super, super well, because if you remember, those bad guys, that candida produces extra in your gut. And so a lot of times during die-off, people will get a little bit constipated or have a little bit of diarrhea. And so all you do with this is you adjust the levels of ProBio 5. And the rule of thumb there is to think, okay, ProBio 5 is going to create more waste for me. BioCleanse is going to remove it, and it's going to pull water into my bowels to get those things out of there. So if you're having runny stool, you'd want to up your ProBio 5 and decrease your BioCleanse, or maybe just up your ProBio 5. And then if you are having constipation, opposite, right? So that's the kind of good way to think about those two things. So that combo is called the Triplex. And for me, I think this is absolutely our most popular selling combo, because it's just such a basic building block for health and wellness. Even your weight loss is connected to your gut health. And so anybody that is aiming for weight loss, aiming for preventative health, aiming for more energy, all those kinds of things, this is the very basic combo that then you can add on everything else to it. We have a lot of people that start on other combinations and then do this next because they want to get the energy and the feel good first and then tackle their gut health, and that's totally fine too. But you guys, everybody on this page should be on this combo. It is such a brilliant wellness combo. So we actually have another probiotic as well, and this one is a colonizing probiotic, and it works well. So I always tell people to start on the Triplex, and then about 2 months later, or however you want to do it, add in the Vital Biome to help seed your gut and colonize within your gut and set up shop. This is a fabulous preventative and long-term health and wellness probiotic. It has 8 different strains and 20 billion CFU, and it has a time release capsule. So over the course of time, you're constantly protected. You just take one every single day and you are protected throughout, the whole day. This helps keep your healthy immune system, helps relieve bloating, bowel discomfort. It's really, really fabulous. And one of the best things about it is the strains that are in this probiotic are proven to help with mental health. So if you're somebody that's dealing with anxiety, depression, any sort of on that array of things, this is going to be fabulous for you. And it's going to give you such a mood boost, such a calming feeling. And it's really going to impact your long-term immunity and health. Our XFactor Plus multivitamin. I know a lot of people are like, well, it's just a multivitamin. You guys, this is not just a multivitamin. And vitamins, as we know, especially with everything going on right now, are so crazy important. And when you go into, not all vitamins are created equal. So when you go in to shop for a vitamin, most of the vitamins that are on the grocery store shelves, even in the nutrition shops, they're synthetic. And so what happens when you take a synthetic vitamin is that you don't absorb it as well. It's not the most bioavailable form. We have worked tirelessly, our scientists, to find the most bioavailable sources of our vitamins, and make sure that they are natural, methylated. And why is methylation important? Methylation is important because about 40% to 50% of the US population has a genetic gene mutation called MTHFR, and it means that those people cannot properly metabolize the synthetic forms of certain vitamins, and they turn toxic in their system and lead to lots of health issues. And so it's a really big deal that they take a bioavailable vitamin. So this one has aloe in it, which increases your absorption by up to 300% and it kind of acts like a superhighway within your body and has a zip code effect where the aloe carries the nutrients to the exact right spots within your body that it needs to be, and is able to get it there efficiently and quickly. So huge deal with that. Helps support your immunity as well, because it has polyphenols in it, which strengthen your cell walls. Don't let those bad guys into the cells to take over and to get you sick. Definitely helps with anti-aging, because it protects you against free radical damage, all of those kinds of things. So gives you energy, helps you lose weight. And my thyroid sufferers, you guys, if you guys are not on a multivitamin that is methylated and highly, just like this, you are missing out, because that is one of the biggest issues with thyroid, is that you're not absorbing your nutrients very well, and that is impacting everything. America has it, 1 in 5 adults is nutrient deficient. And so that's a really big statistic that you need to be aware of. And I think it's 1 in 5 children is nutrient deficient. I believe it's 3 in 5. I need to double check that stat, so don't quote me on that. 3 in 5 adults is actually nutrient deficient. So taking a multivitamin is a really big deal, especially with the way that our farming practices and eating habits are now. Even the healthiest of the people, that are fascinated by nutrition, we're not perfect. We're not eating everything that is non-GMO, organic. We love those cheat meals. We love to have an occasional wine, all that kind of stuff, right? We like to live life, and food is fun. So supplementing with a vitamin to fill in the gaps is a really big deal. And so that brings me to our littlest guys. I am very passionate about this particular topic. I have 2 kids of my own. As I told you guys, at the age of 17, I was diagnosed with gut dysbiosis from antibiotics. I was not a kid that was on very many rounds of antibiotics at all. So it's incredible to me that so much was done from just a couple rounds of these antibiotics. Do you know that most children by the age of 20 have been on 17 rounds of antibiotics in their life, in their childhood? And do you know that it takes 1 full year to recover from just 1 round of antibiotics? So by the time that they're 20 years old, what have we done to their gut health, right? And I'm not saying don't take antibiotics or anything like that. They're very necessary. However, we have to be aware of what is happening, and we have to replenish it, and we have to make gut health a priority in our children so that they can avoid long-term health complications that are going to plague them as adults. And this blend, you guys, is absolutely phenomenal. So ages 2 and up can take it. XFactor Kids, the chewable vitamin, has 13 essential vitamins in it, bioavailable, methylated. It doesn't have any of the sugar, the dye, the junk that like the Flintstones vitamins, all that kind of stuff has. None of that. It has antioxidants in it, and it has 4 strands of probiotics. Huge deal. Mega Kids, so my kids take both of these every single morning, and they're delicious, so I don't have a fight. The Mega Kids microbiome smells like pixie sticks or something, like sweet tarts. And all the kids at camp keep bugging Emma and Carson to bring them one each morning. But it supports your microbiome. It has prebiotics in it. It has ingredients for cognitive development. You guys, it has the same ingredients in it that breast milk does. That's how powerful this is. So think back, you get your microbiome when you're a kid, and baby age, getting the breast milk and all those kinds of things. And then at 2 years old, you can transition onto this and help continue that along, support the cognitive development. It has DHA, lutein in it, omegas, and help with your immune system as well. So huge deal, especially with all of us about to have our kids return back to school. This is phenomenal. Every parent should have their kid on it. Absolutely. You cannot get anything like this on the grocery store shelves. Okay, so our E system. I love this system so much, you guys. Inflammation is the silent killer, and so many people are dealing with inflammation. So many people are dealing with aches and pains, chronic pain, all of that. And the developer of this line wanted to create a line. It has 3 products in it. I'll get to the next one on the next page. But he wanted to develop a line that was going to help people get off of the just chronic use of anti-inflammatories, OTC anti-inflammatories, NSAIDs, and also from prescription pain medications, because so many of those have just horrific side effects that cause, you're putting a Band-Aid on the pain or what have you, and then over the course of time, you cause other issues if you're taking it chronically. So he wanted to create something that was natural, that was going to help bring down inflammation on a very natural basis. It has New Zealand green-lipped mussel in it, so if somebody has a shellfish allergy, it's not a good idea to take this, but it's a very, very potent anti-inflammatory. And what I found interesting is when I joined Plexus, I was like, my dog has been taking New Zealand green-lipped mussel for years for her arthritis. And so this is, it's super interesting that we have this, and it also has turmeric in it. I think everybody knows at this point that turmeric is awesome for anti-inflammatory properties, serrapeptase, and then bromelain as well. And that's a digestive enzyme that really helps with anti-inflammatory as well. So that cream that's there on the right-hand side. So inflammation, you guys, that's related to weight loss too. And I want to just say with that product there, the Ease capsules, you guys, every ambassador should have these 2 products in their medicine cabinet. If you have a headache, instead of reaching for the over-the-counter anti-inflammatory, get your Ease. If you have an autoimmune disease, you have inflammation, get on an Ease regimen if you're not allergic to shellfish. And then the Ease, the cream, I love this. This is a summer, or actually a year-round essential in our house since we live in Houston. Oh my goodness. It is fabulous for post-workout, muscle aches, if you have arthritis in your hands, putting it on your hands, that kind of thing. Back aches. I actually use it when I have menstrual cramps on my abdomen, but it is very quick acting. I'm talking within a minute. I put it on bug bites for our kids all the time and growing pains for my kids. Each of my kids have one sitting on their nightstand because they get growing pains so bad and bug bites and stuff like that. So they just have it and they use it in the middle of the night. Huge deal. But we also, as you guys can see, I'm very pale skinned. We use it on sunburns as well, along with our body cream, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. So everybody should have these 2 these 2 products in their medicine cabinet. It's not something that most people are going to use on a daily basis, but having it there for when you need it is big. And then, of course, for those of you guys dealing with chronic inflammation, the Ease is brilliant to take just on a daily basis, and it builds in your system when you do that. So when you first start using it, it's not like instant if you're dealing with big chronic inflammation, right? Like you don't just take one pill and, voila, it's gone. It is taking it on a habitual basis, and oh my gosh, the relief that people have. Such a huge product. And this is the 3rd product in that product line, and it is the Nerve Health Support. Huge for anybody with neuropathy, anybody that has numbness, swelling, any of those pins and needles feeling, anybody that's recovering from surgery and has nerve damage, any of that. It is proven to help regenerate nerve growth and support nerve health, and then allow the connection of nerves, the nerve endings. One of the big things about this is that the nerve healing cannot take place when inflammation is present. So taking this in conjunction with the Ease, they're like sister products, is a big deal. Now, if you do not have that ability to take that with, a shellfish allergy, I highly recommend doing the Slim and also the XFactor along with the Nerve, because that'll help reduce all that inflammation as well. Active. This is one of the best drinks ever. Oh my God. We went crazy over it earlier this year when they released a seasonal flavor, but it is fabulous for post-workout recovery. Great for during workout. What I do is, because you can use it as a pre-workout or post-workout, and you get the benefits of both. So what I just do is I sip on it while I work out. It gives you great energy. It has none of the junk that all those energy drinks, the Monsters, the Bangs, all those kinds of things. It's actually a healthy energy drink that's good for you and gives you energy, and it tastes good. I also love mixing it with my Slim, like in the same cup, and drinking them at the same time. But it gives you healthy energy, none of that junk. It supports the muscle recovery, oxygenates your muscles. You have shorter recovery time if you do a really hard workout. You're actually able to get some gains in there as well, increase performance and focus. And then it has those beautiful antioxidant blend in there as well. So natural ingredients, natural methylated forms, again, always. So love this drink. And then MetaBurn. So this is our fat burner thermogenic, and I can't say enough good things about it. As soon as this was launched, I did a deep dive into it because it's like, okay, what sets this apart? Why is it different? It has adaptogenic herbs in it, and what those herbs do is they help manage your body's cortisol stress response. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and what your body does is when you go into mental stress or physical stress or anything like that, it releases cortisol, and that's good. Your body needs it. It serves a good function. It's a hormone. You need it. It's a huge part of your metabolism. But when those cortisol, when it's over-released, which your body has a tendency to do, unfortunately, that taxes your adrenals, your thyroid, causes so many issues within your body, and ends up slowing down your metabolism, and the excess gets stored as fat in your belly, hip, and thigh area. This targets the visceral fat in your belly, hip, and thigh area. It helps keep those cortisol levels steady. It has that mental health support, and then it transitions to that white visceral fat that collects around your belly, hip, and thighs, transitions that to brown fat, and you burn it off. So very, very cool. Most people use this as a pre-workout, and then the active is post-workout, and you're able to just burn, tons and tons of fat through that. Now, this is one of our products that is not breastfeeding safe, so don't take this if you are breastfeeding. And then let's go on to the next one. Lean. We talk about this all the time. I did a bunch of stories on this yesterday in my Facebook stories with all the different recipes that you can do with lean. But I love this because every single bag of this that's sold, we donate 14 meals to Nourish One, Feeding America. So it's really, really cool. We've been able to donate millions and millions of meals to them to help feeding the hungry in America. But outside of that, it's delicious. It's a complete meal replacement. We have the vegan as well as the whey options. It is fully methylated. Again, we make sure that it's bioavailable. It has digestive enzymes in it, probiotics, and it has a great macro profile. So if you're working out and you need some post-meal protein or post-workout protein, and you're not necessarily using it as a meal replacement, which it can be used for, and that was the original purpose. But if you use a snack version, 1 scoop instead of 2, or use the full version, whatever you want to do after a workout, it has that great blend of carbs and protein in it to help make sure that that those carbs carry that protein to your muscles to help them use it. So you've got to feed your muscles right after you work out. So using the MetaBurn before workout, the active after, and then the lean to feed those muscles and get that protein in there to help feed them and reduce any kind of soreness that you might have the next day, that kind of thing. Balance, this is another in our line for healthy weight management, but it's also phenomenal for anybody dealing with blood sugar control issues. This is our most scientifically advanced product per our scientists, and it does daily blood sugar support, it has time release, so it keeps your post-meal blood sugar steady throughout the day, what they suggest is taking one in the morning and one in the afternoon, or two at once, but, you know, however that looks like, about 30 minutes before your largest meal of the day. Okay, so you could do one before lunch, one before dinner, two before dinner, whatever that looks like for you. But it definitely helps aid at weight loss, helps to block the carbs, helps your body not overproduce you know, insulin, all of that sort of thing, which then gets stored as fat again. So it stops that conversion. You do not have any bowel issues with this or anything like that. And just helps you with the healthy weight management and blood sugar. Here is our omega blend. Everybody knows your body cannot make omegas, right? And most of us do not eat enough fish or any sources of omegas to be able to get enough within our lives. And that's why this is also in the kids mega microbiome as well. So it helps to lower triglyceride levels, helps support healthy fats, keeps your cholesterol normal and blood pressure. I know my Aunt Trish, I don't know if she's listening to this, she had phenomenal results between this and Slim with her cholesterol, and then supporting brain health, helps with stress management, all of this, very, very great. And it's a huge deal in those of you dealing with liver damage or needing some liver health too. Omegas are phenomenal at repairing liver as well. So now on to our skincare line. This, I should have put my before and afters up here because this has changed my life. It's for men and women. Of course, all these products are, right? For men and women, and it has, I love that it's holistic and that the ingredients are very, very powerful, and that it's a natural skincare that actually works. You can see results in as little as 15 days, and you can feel the results in your skin tone, all of that. But I've never used a natural skincare line that worked as well as this did. And most of the skincare lines I had like 17 steps. And this helps, this helps to completely replace your eye cream, toner, the microdermabrasion, you know, exfoliants, those types of things, lotion, all of it. You just clean your face and then use the day cream and then the night cream. At night, obviously. So that's it, but it helps to improve your skin barrier, helps to make your skin more just thicker and have more elasticity. So that removes, you know, some of those wrinkles and fine lines and, you know, all that type of stuff, and then helps even out your skin tone. I've seen lots of people with acne help with it, and sun damage help, all of those types of things. It feeds your skin microbiome too. So it's working from the outside in, where everything else is working from the inside out. So this is kind of like the final beauty step in all of this, that the XFactor Plus has, you know, biotin in it and all that kind of stuff. And then the product I'm about to get to also does. So all of these types of things are going to make you look healthier, younger, all of that. And it's just easy 2 steps. Love, love, love this product. Okay, and so our collagen. Collagen has been the rage lately, and this is a boutique style collagen. So some collagens people use post-workout for protein and that type of stuff. This in particular is specifically formulated for beauty, hair, skin, and nails. It is a mixture of the bovine and marine collagen. It does not have any flavor. It can be mixed in anything. I know a lot of collagens say you can't mix theirs in hot beverages. This can be. Actually, the scientist said, I think it was 450 degrees, it was fine. So you're not gonna heat a beverage that hot, right? So you can put it in your coffee in the morning, mix with your Slim, Active, Lean. I usually mix it with my Lean shakes, but it has the clinical levels of biotin in it, in addition to the collagen. So both of those things, it's like a 1-2 punch to your hair, skin, nails. Prebiotics in it, and then it has the superfood antioxidant blend. It stimulates, so most of us over the course of time stop producing, well, all of us, sorry, stop producing collagen at a certain point in your life, and it starts depleting, and that's the aging process. What this does is it triggers your body's response to start creating collagen as well. So not only are you supplementing with collagen, but you're triggering and telling your body to start making collagen as well. So huge, huge deal, and it pauses the process of the breakdown as well. And you can see just amazing results. I think there was a couple days, maybe last week, there was a girl that was posting her cellulite reduction from this, because you guys, it's going to help with that elasticity in your skin, and you're not going to be able to see that cellulite through your skin, because it's going to repair and, you know, keep that at bay. Huge for the summer, right? And then our last product that I'm going to go over is our body cream. This is one of our very first products. It was originally formulated to help breast cancer patients that were going through radiation treatment. And it's just a really great, very natural, charcoal based. It has charcoal in it, it has essential oils, and it has aloe in it as well. And then an amazing superfood called spirulina algae. And all of those things help with your skin health. Your skin is your largest organ, and keeping it healthy and putting good things on it is going to help your microbiome too. A lot of people use this for sunburns, along with the ease cream like we talked about before, bug bites, because the activated charcoal helps suck the toxic out of it, eczema, rosacea, tons of stuff like that. So definitely this is another one that needs to be just sitting in your medicine cabinet for when you need it. We always take it on vacation with us to use for sunburns, and it's phenomenal the rate that heals the sunburn when you have it. So that's all I have for today, guys. Hopefully that was helpful, and I will get on and answer any questions that you guys have. And anyway, have a good Wednesday. Hope this Lunch and Learn helped. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.